Well, hello everyone. It's Angela with Mystic Moon, bringing you guys a reading today, which is called Your Water Sign Divine Masculine. So this is going to be from the Divine Feminine's perspective. And so we're going to take a deep look into your Divine Masculine's current ascension, how he is feeling towards you, his current fears, regrets, but also desires and higher self messages to you. So if your Divine Masculine is a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, this could be something that might resonate with you today. So obviously just take what does and get rid of anything that doesn't. You're more than welcome to also watch this reading if you yourself are a water sign. So I'll leave that up to you guys on however you want to take the messages. But I will be posting fire signs later today, and then tomorrow I will be bringing forth the earth and air signs. So anyways, let's get into it, you guys. Let's see what we need to know today. So the very first thing that we're going to focus on is what is going on with your Divine Masculine's current ascension. What's going on in the journey right now. So this is my Spirits of Darkness and Light Divination deck. Let's see what we need to know about this Divine Masculine's current ascension process. We have Spirit of the Book. It could be that this masculine right now is reading some sort of book, right? Turning a new page on his journey, finishing things up that need to be finished. The keywords say new chapter, development, and unfinished business. So really looking at a book or looking at some chapter in his life that either he wants to close or that he wants to go back and finish. So let's go ahead and get a tarot card and clarify this. This is my Twin Flame Journey Tarot. Wow, we've got the Five of Swords. We have mind games and control. So the Five of Swords is definitely a situation that may be unfair, okay? There could have been something that happened, like a defeating situation that this masculine has had to walk away from, okay? And it might be that he's still thinking about it. It's unfinished for him. He wants to go back. He wants to develop the story in a different way, maybe fix something, take his power back in a situation. But it's definitely something that has control, or it seems that way, has control on his mind, and it seems like it keeps pulling the strings of his life. So I feel like he is wanting to start a new chapter. He's wanting to cut away from things that maybe aren't serving him. He's wanting to develop himself in a whole new way, to have more self-control perhaps, or to cut free from things that don't serve him, such as addictions, habits, etc. So there's definitely some sort of development that's happening right now that is, to me, it's positive, because he's willing to face the shadows within himself. He's willing to take responsibility, take personal inventory, and do the work. That's what we are seeing here today, okay? So let's go ahead and get some energies that this masculine right now is currently holding towards the feminine. Let's see what this looks like. Energies that this masculine is currently holding towards the feminine. So we're going to go into my Twin Flame Journey Oracle cards, and we're going to combine them from Aqua Moonlight, Her Untold Messages of the Heart, Volume 2. So we're going to actually go through the mind, the heart, the physical world energy, and the soul. So let's go ahead and dive deep into those categories to see what is going on. All right, masculine's headspace, thoughts towards the feminine currently. Okay, so we have settling. All right, let's see what this is about. We have family. Okay, my family is getting in the way of our relationship, but they are very important to me. Interesting. What I'm sensing here is that if some of you feminines have had a falling out with this masculine, it could be that he decided to either side with his family. Now, family can be friends as well as, our work family, etc. It doesn't have to actually be blood relatives. But whoever's important in this masculine's life, it looks like he has just kind of decided to settle with what they want for him or what they think would be best for him. It might be difficult for this masculine to break free from his family tradition, or even traumas. Now, I'm also getting, if this resonates for you, so just take it if it does, if you have in fact settled yourself into your family. Maybe you are in another relationship and you have built another life. This masculine is basically saying that I know how important your family is to you. So basically, I am settling for just thinking about you versus being in your actual world. That's for those of you that there could be a third-party situation. So just take it as it resonates. But what's interesting is I feel like you are also a part of this masculine's family and tribe, as in he sees you as such. He sees you as family. He feels at home with you. But right now, you guys are settling for other things. And so there's this feeling of settling for second best is what I'm getting here. So I do feel like there is this separation and it's not really desired by either one of you. But that's just kind of what people are choosing to do. They're just kind of choosing to settle for something else or something second best. Interesting. So let's go ahead and see what the heart space is in. We have abandoned. So we have this chair here with this red rose on it. Obviously, there's no one sitting in that chair, so there's this feeling of being left behind, left alone, abandoned, etc. We have test. Can you just test the waters, or can we just test the waters first? Interesting. In this masculine's heart space, it's almost like he does not trust the connection. As in, he doesn't trust that if you and him were to move forward with this connection or try again, whatever the story is, that it's almost like he wants a guarantee, but he knows that that's not how it works. So he is just wanting to test the waters first to see if perhaps, you still care about him, or if this is something that you guys can both commit to and do. So I just feel like he's very cautious with his heart because either he doesn't want to be abandoned, or he doesn't want to disappoint you. So it's kind of like, can we just try this first? Can we try it on for size to see if this is something that would work first before we actually just fully maybe leave other situations behind? So I feel like this masculine is torn between his world that he's settling for and wanting to take some sort of a risk with this feminine. Interesting. So that's what we have so far. So let's go ahead and go into the outer world energy, the environment, which could include what's going on in the 3D world. Okay, so we have mute. So I feel like for water signs, whether your masculine's the water sign or you're the water sign, divine feminine, I do feel like in the physical world, there is no talking. There is no communication. Okay. So that's kind of what some of this is really bringing up already, is that there could be other situations taking place right now where people are just kind of settling for something else, and not really, and feeling a lot of fear when it comes to giving this connection a shot, right? Because, of course, there are no guarantees and there's just a lot of fear there. We have forces. It isn't easy to make this work. There are many obstacles in our way. Yeah, there are a lot of things. So this is a very intense energy that exists for this masculine and for you, feminine. But there are some kind of forces in the 3D world that are keeping the two of you apart. Okay. And it's third party of some sort, but third party doesn't have to be an actual romantic relationship, but there's something like family, life circumstances, somebody's occupation, someone's karma, even children, whatever, that seems to be the force that is keeping the two of you apart. So he's coming through this reading today very aware that it's actually hard to make this work. There are many obstacles that seem to be in our way. That might be one of the reasons. If there is no contact with this masculine, one of the things that he's describing in this reading is that there are maybe forces beyond his control right now that cause him to not be in contact with you, feminine. What about the soul's energy? Okay, so we have balancing the scales. So on a soul level, there needs to be something that's balanced here. It could be that your connection hangs in the balance. It could be that that's the unfinished chapter as well that came through. Okay? There's something that's in our mind that seems to be pulling the strings, but we don't feel like we have a lot of control in our lives. So it's forces in a way beyond our control. So somebody feels hopeless, somebody feels powerless, somebody feels like they can't necessarily close up a chapter or they can't finish this chapter with you. That's what I'm seeing here. Now, this to me is like a justice energy. So somebody could be legally tied to someone else. But to me, this is also soul contract energy. We have time. It was a right person, wrong time situation. In a perfect world, I would be with you right now. Wow. So you and the masculine came together and it was right person. Okay, you were the right person for him, but it was the wrong time for this situation to unfold. So it's like a connection that's lost in time is how I'm seeing this for you guys right now. And there's a lot of feelings of unfinished business here between the two of you. And maybe in time, this will be different. But at this time, it does seem that there are a lot of things that are keeping the two of you apart. Okay? So that's what we're getting so far. All right. So now let's go ahead and go into the biggest regrets that the masculine has at this time when it comes to this connection or actions that may have been taken at one time, etc. These two decks are created by myself. We've got the Twin Flame Journey Shadows and the Divine Masculine Haunted. Okay, so we have one-sided. The immediate message I'm getting here is that you've only heard one side. I don't know what that's about. There could have been other people that tried to influence this connection, aided in tearing it apart, and you've only heard one side of the situation. Spells in sleepless nights, I'm thinking about you. So masculine is wanting you to know that one of his deepest regrets is that you only heard one side, or that perhaps he was not forthcoming with how he was feeling in the past. And so it seemed like a one-sided situation. But the thing is that one of his biggest regrets could be that he thought that once you guys separated that he would forget about you, and he has not been able to forget about you. He almost feels like he is under a spell, because when he can't sleep at night, he's thinking about you, Divine Feminine. And also it's like he feels like it's a curse, because he feels like perhaps you've moved on and you're not losing sleep over him, but now he's losing sleep over you. Very interesting. All right, so let's go ahead and go into my tarot deck again. Let's see if we can add something to that. Yeah, look at that. Cycle completion. The world is ruled by the planet Saturn, and Saturn is all about karma, burden, and restriction. So if this story resonates for you guys, this to me indicates that this particular masculine is feeling the flip side of what he put you through. So his biggest regret is that there is something unfinished here, that he either did not communicate something to you, or that you only heard one side and that you don't have the complete story. And that actually keeps him up at night thinking about the situation, because it's not complete. This cycle is actually not complete between the two of you. It is unfinished business, and it's in his mind, and it seems to have control over him, and it's like a mind game that he can't win. So this is a karmic cycle. This is something that he wishes that he could just forget about, but he cannot. So his biggest regret is not doing maybe what he should have done to begin with, because now there is unfinished business. Wow. All right, let's see what else. We have invading. All right, so masculine could also feel some sort of regret when it comes to allowing something like an outside force to invade your connection, like something that might have broken through, or someone that he allowed to come in and influence the connection. So he's got some regret about that. Wow, we have 2 eyes. Very interesting. Dark visions. In the dark, we're together again. So what I'm getting here is that when this masculine is in the dark, trying to sleep at night, this is when he has visions of feminine. Now, it doesn't mean he doesn't have visions outside of that particular energy. But this is where he's really thinking about her. This is when he is really, really seeing things. He's facing his darkness. He's facing the shadow. That's what I'm getting. So there is something that's really affecting him at night, and it's also affecting him when he is going through just dark times. And it seems that there is a lot of regret that something has either been destroyed, or that other people came in and aided in the dissolution, I guess, of this connection, if that fits. The spider obviously is about webs, spinning a web. I'm also getting spinning a web of lies. There's a web of lies here. And that's another regret that this masculine has, that he was not able to clear things up, or that you believe the lies that you were told, or you saw something for yourself. And it doesn't mean you didn't see what you saw, but it might not be what you think. If that makes sense. 9 of Cups. His wish fulfillment is that he could do this differently, that he could redo it, that he could go about this differently, that you guys could see things the same and you don't. You see things one way, he sees things another. And so it's like somebody has the truth within them, but they're not able to either express this or speak this out of fear. Okay? All right, let's get one more set. One more set of regret. Okay, so we have excuses. He can give you a million excuses, but it's still not going to change anything. See, there's something about a spell. And it doesn't mean that your masculine is under someone else's spell. That's not what I'm getting here. It's not an actual spell or curse, you guys. I'm not getting that at all. But I am seeing here that he is thinking about you, and we have something about in the night. At night, he feels bound to you. Now, some of you guys could identify as being a witch, so he could see you. He could even fear that you have cast a spell over him, because he can't stop thinking about you, because no matter what, it doesn't dissipate. It doesn't go away. It's something that comes back time and time again. So there could be a frustration, and it could cause him to feel like he really needs to almost redeem himself, but then he's also tortured because you don't want to hear the excuses. You probably wouldn't either allow him to make excuses or to explain himself, or there's like that fear. There's that fear that he's bound to you and he can't fix this. And we have 9 of Pentacles. So this masculine may also have some sort of regret over wanting to remain unattached, wanting to remain single, or just work or be solely focused on his craft or his career at the time when you two were trying to connect. Yeah. So a lot of regrets. So I hope that's something in there resonates with you guys. So why don't we now look and see what is the Divine Masculine's confessions and desires towards you feminine. So we're going to go into the Love and Lust deck by Fire Witch Tarot. My insatiable appetite for every part of you consumes my very need to rip your clothes off and take what is mine and devour you completely. So yeah, there's definitely some sort of an appetite that this masculine has where he does want to devour the feminine and almost in a way become very animalistic, like not hold back. And this is something that causes him restlessness at night. And this is one of the reasons why he feels spellbound by the feminine. I know what I want. I'm calling it, manifesting you home. Come to me, my love. So the thing is, he knows what he wants. He does want the feminine. And some of you guys, it could be that he is truly trying to manifest you back into his life. He might see you as the love of his life because, as we can see so far, he can't really escape that feeling or energy. We have you, okay, look at this. Insatiable appetite. This goes both ways. You both have this insatiable appetite for one another. The cravings are uncontrollable and animalistic. This lust and hunger never ends. Do you see this? This is crazy. So I'm just seeing here that whenever this is activated, you guys both might be returning to one another. If there is some sort of, communication still, I feel like for the most of you guys, this is a situation where there is no contact because of that mute card in the 3D world. But this is energetic. This is a lot of passion that you guys both feel for one another. And I feel that when you are sleeping, when you're dreaming, or fantasizing, I mean, you guys are both engaged in this very powerful energy, like I want to say like vortex. I don't know. It's just very, very interesting. But that is the desires. Masculine desires you, feminine, just as much as you desire him. So to me, this is like a two-way street for sure. If you needed confirmation for that today, I feel like, you could definitely get that from these cards that are coming through. So we are now going to end this reading with some 5D communication. Best wishes from the 5D. So this particular deck is called the Divine Love Inspiration Counterpart Messages. So this is definitely this higher self, best wishes for you, feminine, despite what's going on in the 3D world. Belonging. Everything I see points back to you. Wow. So I did a reading. I think it was, yesterday. It was the soul. It was the soul, not the soul contract, the Soul Connections weekly reading. It was for the new moon in Pisces and Pisces season energy of Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine. And one of the songs that came up was Lullabies. And it was talking about how I see you in every basically everything in my life reminds me of you. So this to me is kind of coming back, that song. Everything I see points back to you, belonging. So there's always this feeling of belonging with one another. So this masculine is letting the feminine know from his higher self that everything that he is seeing right now is pointing back to you. Wounds. Make all of that pain matter. That's great because he's telling you here that he is making whatever has happened with the two of you, however he has hurt you, however he has even hurt other people, he is finally going to do something or is in the process or has done the work to really level up with himself and to take accountability and responsibility and just be a better person. So he's letting you know that he has taken all of this pain, all of this darkness, and he has made it matter. And he also is hoping that you've done the same. Okay, so we have my love, I am changed, or I am forever changed by you. So he's referring to you as my love. And what's interesting is that this actually came through here as well. Come to me, my love. So that could be, he calls you that. He may not have ever said that to you in actual person, but he might say it in his mind when he thinks about you. He thinks about you as my love. It's beautiful. Solo journey. Just do you and enjoy the mystery. So basically, he's letting you know that he is on a solo journey. Even if he is with someone else right now, he is on it's an inner journey of the self. It's something that he is doing on his own. He is finding out who he is. He is going deeply within himself on his own. And he's enjoying the mystery. So he really doesn't know what's going to happen. He really doesn't know if he'll ever see you again. But he does plan to just do him, and he wants you to do the same. And he is just open to the mysteries of whatever transpires. I feel like he's giving it to the universe, and he's just trusting that whatever is meant to be will simply be. And we have shadow work. So wounds and shadow work. Yeah. Face your fears. I'm right there with you. That's so beautiful. So he's letting the divine feminine know that he is also facing his shadow and that he's right there with her. You guys both have fears. You guys both have wounds. And even if when you were together, that didn't seem like the case, let's just say this masculine seemed to look at himself and didn't think there was anything wrong with him. He could have even projected some things onto you. Well, I feel like he has had a rude awakening since your separation, and he's had a lot of things come up, a lot of his own wounds that he knows he needs to work on and heal. So shadow work might be very specific, like significant to this masculine. He might really be diving deep into his own shadows and really doing a lot of inner child trauma healing and wound healing at this time. So he's letting you know that by diving into his shadows, he's figuring out who he is. He's trying to better himself. And last one, guardian. I care about what happens to you. So nice. So like a guardian angel would be there for you, guiding you and protecting you. This masculine is telling you that he does care about you, and he does care about what happens to you. So I feel like he's saying, my love, I do care what happens to you. And I hope that you're guarded and protected always. He might also see you and feel your spirit as like a guardian angel. He may have even referred to you as an angel at some point in your connection. So that could be something that also he is letting you know from his higher self at this time. So anyways, you guys, that's what I have for you. For those of you that have a masculine water sign, I hope that there was something in this reading that resonated with you today and that was helpful. I don't want to make any promises as in, I'm going to do this every week, but I am going to probably at least do it twice a month, where I'm going to bring the earth, air, fire, water element, divine masculine specific messages to the collective for those of you to enjoy. So it's a little bit more personalized and maybe like with a different theme every single week. So thanks so much for watching. And if you guys are interested in getting your own personalized version of this reading, I will go ahead and put the link down below, as well as the link to these beautiful Orgonites and the links to my cards. All right, you guys, take care. Bye-bye.